Alright, hey guys, today here we have, just a quick 7-fight war, with Doom, Nick, Nimrod, fairly standard team for me. Okay, so, yeah, first up we have this Hulkling on node 2, very easy with Doom. Only have 2 Doom fights today, so, fairly light load on those, thankfully. But yeah, this Hulkling is very simple. Just abuse Mystic Dispersion 5, pay attention to ebb and flow. We do have a Mystic power back on here. Definitely not necessary, but it does make this fight like twice as quick, so that's nice. But yeah, very easy fight with Doom. Really not much to worry about here, just gotta play smart the normal Doom versus Hulkling way, and yeah. Here we end up with a second L2 during this one Ebb and Flow Fury, so that's very nice. Gonna mean this fight is a lot quicker, and yeah. As you can see at that point, the fight is just over, and yeah, decent speed for that fight. Definitely not bad. And next up, we just have an Ebb and Flow knockdown Torch. For this fight, since it's on node 11, we can freely knock down and get the Fury and everything. Not node 2 or node 19 with Nick Fury, so we don't have to worry about the debuff immunity, which is nice. Yeah, we just want to shrug the glancing when that becomes an issue. Sorry. But yeah, pretty easy fight. It's just a Torch with Nick Fury. Yeah. This is just tier 2 option split with the Hulkling that you're generally going to use a Mystic on, of course. But yeah, it's no big deal. Just a Torch with Nick Fury. And yeah. We're going to get an L2 right here with the Fury and everything, and that should just end out this fight. Yep. So yeah, fairly quick and easy, so definitely not too hard. And then we've got a Jessica Jones on node 19. Now we're never going to knock her down, so she's going to have the protection up the entire time. So of course we turned on suicides for this. Now this does give Jessica 2 extra investigation charges, but she's only really dangerous if the fight goes long. And as you're going to see, that is not really a concern here, because this fight is not going long. Yeah. She needs, I believe, 7 investigation charges to start going unstoppable from when she throws a special, but she's obviously dying before that, so it's perfectly fine. And yeah, next up, we have a kitty on 25. This is a rank 5 kitty. First R5 defender I'm taking, but of course it's a very easy fight anyway, since it's Nimrod, so not anything special, even with being R5. Yeah, just Nimrod versus Kitty. There is Power Snack here, which we have to pay attention to. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but yeah. And if we can get her to throw specials while my orange phase is up, that would be ideal to start getting the power drain. As you can see here, I'm going for that. The power drain just makes power snag a lot easier to deal with, so if you can do that, if it lines up, then the fight becomes very easy. And yeah, here we got 2 power drains on her, so at this point, the fight, I can be very aggressive and just end out the fight, which is what I do here, of course. And yeah, since it's Kitty, we don't need to worry about getting a bunch of armor ups or whatever, because the fight's just so quick after you get that L2. So yeah, Mangog on this. Pretty easy fight. The main worry here is the prowess, so if you eat an L2, it's gonna actually be dangerous, even for someone like Doom. But I don't think the prowess increases the burst damage, just the actual hit damage. So I think Doom could probably survive an L2 here, it just would not be fun. And yeah, we don't want to block the L1, no, we can block the L1 here because it's not node 38, it's just node 28, I think. This placement is a lot more dangerous on node 38 rather than on node 28, just because the unblockable is the actually scary part rather than the damage the specials do. But I see why it's placed here. Return policy can also potentially matter just because Mangog does get some buffs off of his L1 when he goes 10 charges. So if you're using like a Mr. Fantastic or a Doom, there's potential for return policy to come in play here, but again, not a big deal. We're just going to Doom it, and yeah, it should be rather quick and fairly easy. So, not much else to say about this one. And yeah, that fight is over now. And yeah, next up we have a Joe Fixit, no 38s. We're taking this with Global Up, but the glancing does not stop Nimrod's removal of prowess, so it's no big deal. We are popping attack power back here. This is completely unnecessary, but I knew this fight was going to be a little bit slower, so I was like, just let me get to that second L2 a bit quicker, just make it a little bit easier, just because I didn't want to be in here for a long time. Just wanted to get this over with. So yeah. This fight is pretty easy with Nimrod. The main concern is just making sure that you do end up removing all of the prowess before he gets to another L1. Because he does get a lot of these charges from his L1, and you need to take it down to 0 before he gets another special. Thankfully, this power drain makes it very easy, so that if you do end up removing all the prowess, and he throws that special in the orange phase, yeah, that power drain just makes it so it's very easy, so there's really no worry of him getting another special while still being unblockable. And yeah, waiting out these debuffs helps a little bit as well, so your specials can't be glanced. I'm sure you can throw it anyway and not have the fight be all that long, but you know, just the fight will be a little bit quicker if you just wait that out. And for the second L2, we don't have to worry about going to 10 charges or whatever. We can just throw our L2 here, and it will end the fight. So, yeah. Decent fight. Yeah. And now, finally, here we have a Mr. Fantastic on node 50 with Nick Fury. This is a pretty easy fight as well. Just a Mr. Fantastic with Nick Fury. Not much to really say about this. Yeah. This one is fairly quick. The goal is to just bait L2s so we don't have to shrug as many debuffs with our heavies. If he throws an L1, not the end of the world, but if he throws L2s, the fight will be a lot quicker, so that is our goal here. And yeah, we don't want to throw specials because of the steady build up or whatever it's called. Careful study. Those things. We just want to avoid that, so we're not going to throw any specials. Not that it really matters, but yeah, we'll just make the fight slightly quicker if we don't. And yeah, it's just a Mr. Fantastic, so it is, of course, a very simple fight. And yeah, at this point, the fight is basically over. I think this last combo ends it. Yep. And yeah, that's all for this. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, Senior Dunny and Mega, as always.